blankets on their heads and helmets. It's really cute. And there's one with dogs in it.
Yeah,
How
there
cute
you go.
is that? I love that one.
I want the blankets.
I want the hot chocolate they offer.
There you go. And well, we've got another band coming along, the Sidney Concert Band. And once again, another, I don't know, bands and parades, they're peanut butter and jelly, right? I mean,
Absolutely.
they just are made.
Can't have one without the other. Absolutely.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So let's, are they going to strike up a tune for us?
I don't know, but they're being hauled by a big white truck, and they're on a big flatbed.
There we go.
And here we go. They're all dressed up in Santa Claus suits, sitting down with their instruments, and they're just about to play. Let it snow.
Thank goodness it's not any chillier, because I don't know how they would get those woodwinds to
Working. Yeah, you're right. It would be a bit hard.
The Little Red Show Truck.
From PCS Cargo.
I have seen this truck numerous times, whether it's the car show or it's been at Halloween. This truck has made an appearance.
And at the back, in the flatbed part of the truck, we have a Santa on a motorbike flotation device. Very cool. I love that. That's a great truck and a great sound. Now, following the truck with the great sound is an organization called the Repair Cafe. And they're a very cool organization. I don't know if you know about them, Michael,
No.
but they are volunteers who get together once a month. I think it's the third Saturday of every month in either North Saanich or Sidney. And you can bring in a broken toaster, a faulty light, something around the house that you don't want to get rid of. You don't want to go into the landfill. You want somebody to fix, and they'll fix it for you for a donation. Terrific idea.
You know, we should mention, according to the parade officials, this year's parade has generated the most entries. I think they're up around 70.
I think almost 80 now.
80.
Yeah, which is probably almost double what I think it's the typical entry levels. So it's fantastic, and what a night for it. Couldn't be better.
Bayview Yachts. Well, of course, if you're in the boating world, you know something about probably dealing with a mechanic or someone from numerous companies, but Bayview, one of them here at North Saanich, getting down, doing all those repairs on boats that us boaters dread.
And you are a boater yourself, Michael, so you know of what you speak.
Yeah, it can be kind of a mixed blessing sometimes. Let's just put it that way. You were saying that, you know, you've done a number of, or you've been in town to watch the community spirit, I guess is where I'm going with this, Nicola, is just amazing.
It is. It's really fun. And I just love to see this true small town spirit. You know, as I was walking in tonight, there were throngs of people walking in with me. Dads and mums with kids, people with their dogs, people with strollers, carrying chairs on their backs, carrying children on their backs. All in a good mood, some wearing happy helmet hats and Christmas hats and Christmas gear, and lit themselves are lit up with lights. And it's just, look at it, we can look around us, and there's so many people, Michael, that are just here, sitting at the curb, standing at the curb, in their chairs, just delighted to have an opportunity to spend time as a community, such a safe, family-oriented event.
Yeah,
you can't beat it.
What do you think it is about the community that just brings so many people out?
Well, I think we're fortunate in that we have good weather. You know, I think if it was minus 20, it'd be a lot fewer people coming, although they probably would brave it if you lived in the prairies. But I think having the nicer weather is good. And Sidney's a small town. It's not very large geographical size, so it really has a good little footprint that people can really feel they're part of it. And you just don't feel like you have very far to go to still be part of Sidney.
Well, this is right up your alley, the Sidney line dancing.
How did you know? I can't dance at all, Michael, but I really admire line dancers. And do you know what they're all about?
No.
They're actually a group of people that are dancing the same steps but in a line, so you don't have a partner.
Ah.
So you don't have to worry about being embarrassed in the
So-
corner of,
so
being
my-
on the side of the dance floor and having nobody ask you to dance.
My two-
Everybody dances.
My 2 left feet will be just totally happy.
Totally happy. No one would notice you have 2 left feet because you're all going in the
That-
same direction.
Oh my goodness, look at this. This is okay.
So we've got at least, I would say, 40 to 50 people,
Yeah.
all wearing some kind of hat gear and lights, and they're clapping and dancing, having a grand time.
Fantastic. Yeah, that's beyond anything that requires coordination, and it's just something left me a long time ago.
Did you ever have it?
Did I ever have it? Yeah, you got to wonder about that.
Okay. Oh, I see a big bus
big bus.
coming. A really big
Now,
bus.
this is a real staple for around the Victoria, the Sidney areas, are these double-decker buses.
Yep.
How long have they been? Do you know how long they've been around?
I think a fair length of time. I would say probably 15 to 20 years, but they're a real advance to being able to pack people on a bus in a comfortable way. And frankly, Michael, I don't know if you've been on the upper deck, but it's a fantastic view. You feel like you're having a tour, like you were in England, when they have those open upper deck buses and they use them on tours. They could do the same with these. Beautiful buses, just beautiful. And this one is gorgeous. It's got green lights, blue lights, white lights, totally surrounding it, and it's cruising along. It's just lovely.
I mean, what a great way. Again, we talked earlier about maybe seeing parts of the town or the countryside. This would be a great way to take in some of the drive wherever it is you might end up. And just behind it, we have another extremely bright
truck. Yeah, like this is a smallish, sort of like a milk truck, very festooned with bright white lights and some red. Really beautiful looking little truck. I'm not quite sure what it's representing at the moment. We'll have to wait and see as it goes by.
Absolutely. I'm wondering if it's an emergency vehicle of some description.
Yes, it could be.
Yes.
Yeah, you're right. And it's coming along, and it's got 2 very large candy canes on the front. That's really sweet. And a couple of gentlemen in the passenger and driver seats wearing Santa hats. And we're still waiting to find out. Oh, it's Hino, which is the repair service for large trucks, I believe. And it's in near the airport. They have their location.
Okay, so I wasn't too far off base. It is an emergency vehicle, but for
large trucks.
For large trucks. And the Sidney Pier,
which is the big hotel at the bottom of Sydney, everybody knows about. They're being represented by a bunch of people wearing black, and again festooned with lights and hats, and they're dragging. Oh, okay. They're dragging a little. It looks like a bed, Michael. What the heck's the bed about?
Well, that's.
Oh no, they're dragging what you would get your hotel luggage
you put your
in.
luggage on.
in. Yeah,
There you
luggage
go.
rack. That's really cute.
Do they even offer that service
I
anymore?
don't know. Maybe the Sydney Hotel does. I hope so.
Oh,
Now you can hear the crowd
just
starting to
gotten,
really get into it now.
Yeah,
That's great.
They're getting some excitement there. The Roof Mart is bringing up the next float here. Got a kind of a strange angled Christmas tree off the back of the deck. I'm not sure what happened there. Maybe it ran into a strong, stiff wind, or
It looks like it's about to launch itself off in a dive. And they have a cute little gingerbread-looking house like Snoopy's house.
I think you're right. That's exactly what it looks like. So
It's cute, made out of gingerbread, I think. Looks like it's made out of ginger. It's lovely, and it's by Parker Johnson, which is a local construction company doing roofing and cladding, I believe.
only in Sydney do you see people waving at absolutely everyone, and half the time they're actually waving at someone they know. That's the
right.
beauty of something
That's
like
true.
this, isn't it?
Yep.
And well, we've got a nice husky and wearing the traditional antlers.
Antlers, that's right.
Yeah.
A nice little dog coming by. And slowly making its way along is another truck for, I think it's the Peninsula Lacrosse Association.
And so that begs the answer: Canada's national sport.
Yes, I know. Well, I come from the East, most recently. And lacrosse is not such a huge game in the East, but man, is it ever big out here in the West. And here we have a lovely little float with a flatbed with some lacrosse nets,
Yep.
a snowman lit up big time, very large, and all the little lacrosse players wearing their lacrosse jerseys, carrying the lacrosse, what do you call the stick? Lacrosse stick?
I don't know what the official name of the stick is. I think though, from a lacrosse perspective, they're at Centennial Park. They've just completed an indoor lacrosse
Yep,
rink.
multi-surface, exactly.
Yeah.
And they're called the Warriors. That's the team's nickname.
okay.
Great name for them. And so we now have some kind of stragglers coming up, tossing out candy to people and just chatting. And that's what's so fun about this parade, is that you're not really sure who's coming along. There's always something happening.
I guess it's kind of that, if you want to just jump out onto the street and follow a float, feel free
Why
to
not?
do it.
Feel free to. Yeah, only in Sydney. I mean, everybody feels safe and want to participate, which is delightful. And they seem to be doing just that.
Well, I hope one of those folks head our way to the broadcast booth here, and maybe we can get a candy cane.
Oh, yeah, that'd be nice. They
You
certainly
know.
are handing them out, but they're not going to get close enough to us, Michael, unfortunately.
I guess not.
You're going to have to do without tonight. Sorry about
I
that.
might have to go and order another hot chocolate or something.
It is getting a little nippy. Oh, now we have, speaking nippy, and we could go inside and get a hot chocolate at the Scoop and Waffle. They have lovely hot chocolate, and you could slip in perhaps a combination of hot chocolate and a little bit of their wonderful ice cream. I believe they have 28 rotating flavors monthly. That's amazing.
It is, and I really do want to give a shout out to Amanda and her team. They've just been they've gone the extra mile to allow this broadcast to take place, and allowed us to set up in front of their shop, and just super folks, and a great place to come for brunch. It's not just ice cream. They've got some amazing waffles, and you can do the whole
great breakfast and brunch.
Yeah,
Yeah, the whole food
absolutely.
business. Yeah, and we have going by us a van for Berwick House, which is a
okay.
really terrific retirement home in Victoria. And it's just very gently festooned, or very discreetly festooned, with some green ribbons, which looks really
very
nice.
tastefully
Very
done.
tasteful, exactly,
Yeah,
yes.
absolutely. And now we have a giant, I guess we're looking at the back end of the abominable snowman.
That's kind of what it
not
looks
sure.
like, Michael. We'll have to see as it comes out here. It's so bright. Oh, it's Canadian Tire.
Canadian Tire.
All right, so we have a local fairly new Canadian Tire.
And
North Saanich.
we've got Bill, our chief bottle washer and conductor here.
Yes, sir, I'm here.
Our roving
Bill,
reporter.
what are you seeing out from your perspective out on the street?
Unbelievable. The crowd is very, very happy here. Lots of people coming and going. And I love the floats. I'm talking to a fellow here in the street who's looking at things. How are you tonight, sir?
Fantastic. How are you doing?
And what strikes you about this parade today?
The crowd, the support. It's fantastic, isn't it?
Yeah, great. Excellent. Thanks very much. I got another couple of people here waiting. Hello, I'm Bill, and you must be with Scoop and Waffle.
Yes.
What do you think of the parade?
Oh, it's really beautiful. I love it. It's amazing.
It's so festive, and I just love that it brings so many people together in such a wonderful month.
Yeah.
That's great. Well, we're here in front of the Scoop and Waffle. It's an ice cream shop in Sidney, BC. You got to come down and check it out, because honestly, the food is fantastic. Thanks very much for telling me. Okay, who else can I see here while we're waiting? Excuse me, sir. I'm with Radio Sydney. What do you think about the parade
Michael
tonight?
going by us
Great
as
fun, great fun.
Bill's
Enjoying it
interviewing.
immensely.
Have you been to many before?
Not to Sydney, no. But we live down in Saanich, so we go to the big trucks parade and the Santa parade, and so we come to this one too.
Excellent. Well, I'm glad. Welcome to Sydney. Okay, I'll turn it back over to Michael and Nicola. Continue on, folks.
All right, thanks, Bill. Great to hear the enthusiasm of some of the onlookers here. I don't know. I would hazard a guess, but we're well over thousands of people.
Oh, yeah, I think so. We just had the Peninsula Warriors, the local hockey team group coming by, and now we have a delightful little group. This is an organization called Ponies and Pipsqueaks. And what does that mean? It means they are a rescue organization for ponies. And I'll tell you one fun little fact. They have 6 ponies and 1 miniature donkey named Churro. Isn't that the cutest thing? And they are cute. They've got these lovely red and white coats on them, and they all are wearing wreaths with beautiful lights on them, and they're sweet little ponies being led down the street. What a cool thing to see.
Finally, a horse the size that I think I can manage. You know, every time I've been on a horse, it has thrown me.
Oh my God.
I mean, the fact
What
that
a shame.
I should learn. I just don't get back up onto a horse.
Well, maybe the place to go would be Ponies and Pipsqueaks, because they do offer training.
I'm all over it.
Okay.
Well, looks like we got another gingerbread house here. Caring for kids.
Oh, this is Santa's Anonymous.
Okay.
Terrific organization, charity that has long in existence, and they spend a lot of time all year long raising funds to help children around Greater Victoria.
And Minnie Mouse, or is that?
Well, I think it's a dog. There seem to be a dog with a bunch of dogs walking.
I'm
not
looking
quite
at
sure what they're about.
I'm looking at the big characters on the back of the parade of the float itself.
You're seeing it. You're
like
ahead of
Mickey
me.
and
Okay.
Minnie Mouse.
You're
there.
right.
Yeah.
Exactly. They're beautiful, and they're like automatons. They turn their little heads.
Ah, there you go.
Now we have a one-stop furniture and mattress van going by. That's a terrific place in Sydney. It has really nice furniture and housewares. Really nice.
The Sidney Museum. They're right next to our broadcast booth here, and if you've never been in that museum, it is just chock-a-block full of really unique items that speak to the long history of this town.
Speaking of chock-a-block, do you know how many items that they have?
No.
They have 8,000 artifacts from the Saanich Peninsula history. It's an amazing organization, and they do tremendous stuff in February and January. They have a Lego exhibit that will blow your mind. It's hugely popular.
Well, I'm going to have to check that one out. That was,
You are.
You know, if I had a wish from Santa this year, it would be another Lego set. So there you go.
And now we have a group that is dear to my heart. They're called the Victoria Reign. They are women's hockey, and the Reign is like the Queen reigns upon her participants and her residents and her people, not raining from the skies. And they're an organization that supports young girls to mature younger women and teenagers to play hockey. And I'm a hockey player, and I'm so thrilled to see that young girls are getting this opportunity.
And just reminding everyone that you're listening to Radio Sydney. You can listen to us at radiosydney.ca.
Yep, online.
And online. And of course, you can also pick us up on the YouTube channel, Radio Sydney on YouTube as well. And we hope that you are enjoying this broadcast from Beacon Avenue as we watch the Christmas parade come down, and we've got another musical interlude.
Yes, Stellies, which is the local high school music department band. Well, let's listen in. They're fantastic. Wouldn't you say there must be at least 40 of these kids all wearing Santa hats?
Yep,
decked out in their Christmas outfits and playing their little hearts out in this
doing a fine rendition of Feliz Navidad.
Yeah.
Want to wish you a Merry Christmas.
Yeah. And the drummers have lighted sticks.
Oh, look at that.
That's very cool.
Fantastic.
Oh, now we're seeing a very large truck, 18-wheeler, beautifully festooned with blue and white lights. What is this coming along, Michael?
I'm not sure where this is. It's got an awful lot of lights. That's for sure.
We can't see exactly what it is representing at the moment. I think it's a Sidney food drive. It's a fire truck, perhaps. It's hard to tell with these lights. It's astounding colors.
All I know is that it has more lights than my entire house. That includes the garage. Nicola.
That spectacular amount of lights. I believe it's supporting the food drive for Sidney.
Okay.
And there's the sound of it. Lovely sound.
And following up that incredibly, I mean, there's a lot of light on it, but it's also very subtle in a way. It's very subdued lighting. Maybe that's the best word. Following that up, I understand Bill's got somebody.
Yes,
Excellent.
folks,
Go
I'm just
for it, Bill.
I'm here with some friends. Hello, folks. I'm with Radio Sidney. Bill Collins. How's it going tonight?
Good, thanks.
And how are you enjoying the parade so far?
Oh, beautiful.
We love it. Love it. We're from out of town. We're from Powell River. So.
Oh, well, welcome to Sydney. It's great to have you here, particularly at Christmas time. Santa going to be good to you this year?
I hope so.
Maybe.
Well, thanks for talking to me. Yes, thank you. Okay, it's back over to you guys.
All right. Once again, we are.
Look
Bill,
at the motorbike.
thank you for that.
Yeah.
Getting some more people on the street reaction to this. Just an amazing parade. Watching some incredibly colored, lighted up motorcycles.
Wow, with sidecars. And each sidecar has
sure.
a dog in it.
Look at that.
And they are literally like they're just glistening, flashing with these incredible lights and flags and dogs inside the sidecar. Man, the dogs are wearing sunglasses. That is so cool. You can hear the sound.
That is just amazing.
Now, I think we're being led into here the Torque Masters Club, which of course is the local auto club with cars that are just to die for, antiques. Not necessarily all antiques, but some amazing cars from the past.
Yeah, just beautiful. I don't know much about cars apart from the fact that they have 4 wheels and a steering wheel. That's about the
Well, I can tell you we have a white Jeep, and behind the white Jeep is a little Mini Cooper with the number 79, so it looks like a racing Mini Cooper.
It does.
Behind that, maybe a 50 Chevrolet. It's red, beautiful red color, like a candy apple. Lovely, and it's not festooned with lights. It's got garlands, silver garlands on it. That's nice, as you would say, tasteful.
Yeah, absolutely, and just incredible. So, if you were to design your own float, what would be your approach to something like that?
Wow. Well, I like the idea of something that automatically moves, and that's you can actually put people on and have a little bit of interaction. So I would kind of like, I think, a float that would be hauled by a trailer of some sort, so that I could have people on the float with me, maybe playing some music, just dancing around, having some fun. I think that's the kind of float I would do. How about you? What kind of float would you come up with?
A warm one.
You'd be inside. You'd be inside.
Yeah,
absolutely.
well, actually, no. I think I would definitely go for an outdoor theme. I think it'd be something, to really pay homage to the area that I now call home. Something, tying in the ocean to the wonderful forests and trail system. I guess that would be, I'd try and go for something like that.
Oh, I thought you would have a float that has to do with boats, given that you're such a big boater.
Well, it's a tool to get me onto the water, and appreciate that opportunity for sure. Okay, we've got a little bit of noise here, folks.
Yeah, some great cars coming by. a truck. It looks like, well, I guess it's a red truck. I can't really tell. There's so many red and green lights on it. It's an older looking pickup truck, and it looks like actually Santa's driving it, but it's not Santa. I know that for a fact.
An imposter.
An imposter. And following it is like one of those cars that the gangsters used to have, Al Capone, and it's an Al Capone kind of gray color, and it's also got lights flashing everywhere.
Yeah.
It's a very cool car. You can just see a gangster stepping out of it, and behind that is something really special, Michael.
Wow.
What do you see there?
I see a train.
Oh my goodness.
But
it
probably not just your regular train. Big number 9 emblazoned on the front and on the side, and that traditional caboose red, the bell ringing. That is absolutely amazing. That brings me back to childhood. You know, as a kid, we'd go to Nelson and spend time in our cabin there, and the train would come past, and seeing that red caboose was always such a thrill. So this is the Lions, or is it the?
I think it's the Shriners.
Shriners, you got it.
And I know, Michael, when I was a kid, the Shriners would give us free tickets to go to the circus. I'll never forget that. We lived in Saskatchewan, and I just loved them. They're a very philanthropic organization, and they often are in those tiny little motorcycles. But tonight, they don't seem to be in those motorcycles, but I love those motorcycles. Following them is a huge truck.
Big tractor trailer.
Yes.
Just totally decked out with all sorts of different green lights and white lights, and whole lot of happy in here is what it says
and
along
it's
the
for
sides.
Thrifties, our local,
there you go.
well-loved grocery store.
Yep. Except for the big Grinch at the back end. And Bill's got something for us.
Yeah, just out here in front of Radio Sydney, and I want to say the crowds are continuing to build, unbelievably so, because the parade's about halfway through now. And I'm looking around, and I'm going to drag in some folks here, see if I can't talk them in. Hello, sir. I'm with Radio Sydney. How are you tonight?
Oh, very good. And yourself?
Oh, doing excellent. Thanks. I see you're enjoying the parade.
Oh, yeah, we love it. It's the second year that we are here.
Right on. What do you think of the parade? Do you have anything to say? No? What about you? Are you enjoying?
Enjoying it very much, especially the bubbles. Can you say bubbles?
Oh, the bubbles. Wow. Yes, excellent bubble machine here. Well, thanks for talking to me.
Yeah, once again, Bill, thank you for another streeter, and I'm not sure how much information you got from that little toddler, but hopefully maybe you got some information from her about what she wants for Christmas from Santa Claus. And speaking of which, we're still waiting for the arrival of the man of the moment, and shouldn't be too much longer before we see Santa arrive. In the meantime, looks like we've got a racing themed truck with an ATV on top and some kind of a racing truck on a trailer behind it.
Right on, and it's pretty huge, but it's got a spinning dial at the front of the truck's nose, which is really sharp, red and white, and it's a local company called RLC Enterprises.
Very, very brightly lit.
Very brightly lit is right.
Now, coming up behind that is not a replica, it is the front fuselage of a vintage DC-3 aircraft that comes to us from the British Columbia Aviation Museum.
Wow, how did you know that, Michael? I mean, it looks neat and looks like a nose of a plane, but I wouldn't have been able to explain it as well as you've just done.
Well, this is just one of, I think, over 48 different types of aircraft that are on display at the museum that really captures the beauty about this is that it captures the types of airplanes that flew out of British Columbia, not only fighting forest fires, but also during the Second World War. And it really, the work that they're doing to restoring some of the aircraft like the Lancaster bomber the old helicopters. It's just a remarkable place to go visit. And of course, it is the home of the mighty Mars water bomber, something that many folks have seen over the years,
Absolutely.
flying over all parts of British Columbia.
We were really had a big treat in being able to see it make its last flight and land in Patricia Bay near us, and then be settled into the museum. So we're very fortunate to have the Mars bomber here.
Now these kids have got it going on, because they're moving, they're dancing. They are going to be working up. By the time they get down the entire parade route, I think they're gonna need a rest. But
I think they're called the Peninsula Young Performers, Michael, and they're obviously a dancing troupe. They're all dressed in the same black pants, blue jackets, and Santa hats, and they're having a grand time, all different ages, and of course boys and girls. And following them is the Victoria Dachshund meeting group. They call it Dachshund Through the Snow. Isn't that cute? They've got about, 15 little Dachshunds marching up the street with their owners or their parents or whatever one calls them.
I tell
They're
you,
trotting along as slow as a dachshund trots along. I wouldn't say dashing through the snow, but
if we got more of a dusting of snow, those dogs would disappear.
they would disappear. They're so short. That's cute. What a fun group. So if you own a dachshund, think about joining the Victoria Dachshund Society.
You know, I'd have to say that if there was an official dog of Sidney, it would be the Dachshund.
You think
because
so?
I have seen more of these dogs in Sidney than any other breed. And that's a guy speaking that has 2 French bulldogs. So,
Okay.
you know,
All right.
I'm not partial,
to small ones. And they're being followed by the group of people representing the Salish Sea Museum, our museum, which is again down in the main street at the bottom of Sydney in the Pier Hotel. An amazing aquarium, world class, and it's being followed by, part of their float is a pickup truck with a massive octopus on it, and there are people actually manipulating the octopus tentacles as the truck walks by. It's great.
That is, I've got to admit, it's one of the places I've yet to visit.
Oh, wow.
And so I've got to get in there, and maybe I could introduce myself to that octopus, and we can have a conversation. They're supposed to be quite.
They're very smart.
Yeah.
They're always escaping. They're very, very smart animals. Yeah, it's a wonderful aquarium. You got to get under there. You go under the sea. It's remarkably well done.
And the United Church from St. Paul's United Church, I should say, and some colorful lights dangling from jackets and hats, and even umbrellas are.
Yes, that's right, festooned with lights.
Decorated with various lights for sure.
And I know St. Paul's, of course, has a worship element, but they also host a lot of community events, public entertainment, musical festivals, that kind of thing. So it's really in the community.
Well, once again, we want to thank our hosts at the Scoop and Waffle. You know, they offer waffle sandwiches with egg and bacon, and a cup of beef chili, which I've already talked about.
Yeah.
Just outstanding. Really, they're relatively new. They just kind of got going, I think, this past spring. So by all means, folks, I hope you have an opportunity to get down here and try out their waffles, and of course their wide variety of ice cream. And looking like they are working up an appetite.
Well done.
We've got a
The Victoria School of Irish Dance.
There
Lovely.
you go.
Yes, they look like definitely going to be working up an appetite. Now they're being stopped in the road. There's so many people in this parade.
Well, I hope they break out some music here. I'd
Yes, they should.
love to hear and watch an Irish jig. Isn't that what they call it?
That's exactly. And do you know what the specialty about Irish dancing is, Michael?
Hot feet. I don't know.
Hot feet is one, but their upper body is still. Very different. They don't use their arms.
That's right.
They don't use their shoulders. Very still upper body. It's all legs and feet. Rapid feet movements. Phenomenal. My younger sister is a terrific Irish dancer.
Michael Flatley, is that the...
Exactly. That's the same sort of thing. Toe-topping people. That's for
Gotcha.
sure.
Ah,
yeah,
okay.
good for you.
And we have
The Acre Wood Daycare and Early Learning Society.
Okay.
With a bunch of really small little kids with lights flashing on them as they're walking down the street. It's a local daycare and provides opportunities for babies right through to preschoolers, I believe.
Okay. Well, I imagine a lot of those little kids are looking forward to seeing the man in red himself that should be
Absolutely.
coming up fairly soon. Now, it looks like we have another boat and Club YOLO. Okay, so this is a organization, well, a business that if you don't want to own your own boat and you want to be sort of set free of maintenance and paying for moorage and insurance, you can go out, you join this club, and you have access to their boats through a booking system, and you can go out and spend the day and
You're kidding.
and not have to worry about all the other things that we talked about earlier with with mechanics. So it's a boat sharing
I
club.
didn't know that. I
Yeah.
didn't know they existed. But
There's
you must have to be vetted to some extent. You can't just let someone like me get down there on a boat.
No, they offer some on-water training, and yeah, believe me, they're not going to let you take out some of these boats if you don't know your stern from your bow. You might get in a little bit of trouble.
That would be me. That would be me for sure. Could you take one of those boats and would they send somebody out with you, or you have to be on your own?
I imagine you could, but the idea is that you would be operating the boat and just doing your own thing, and you get out there for maybe 4, 5, 6 hours, and on your return you make sure the gas tank is filled up, and you walk away from it.
Wow.
You don't have to worry about anything.
Okay, kind of like taking a Porsche out on a track for a day.
Well, okay, why not?
Why not?
It looks like we've got some
Looks like
remnants of
looks like Santa's truck and an empty sleigh.
Yeah, I'm wondering
Santa's
what's going
not
on.
there. What's going on here?
That's not good, is it?
No.
Well,
it's going to worry all these little kids.
That is quite
Lovely,
the
beautiful truck.
beautiful
Yes,
float.
beautiful sleigh, red sleigh with white lights all over it. Lovely. And now we have Coastal Heat Pumps is with one of their large trucks coming along.
Yeah, I learned a little bit about the heat pump system coming from Alberta. We don't have that kind of heating system, so
Okay.
I guess for those damp nights, this is what you'd want to be doing, and making sure that you're staying toasty warm or cool in the summertime to have that.
Cool.
And speaking of cool,
well, this little purple, we have a little purple truck going by, like a little Suzuki or something, and on the back of it, in the track bed, is a paddle board.
Yeah.
And that's a company called Blue Jellyfish. Stand-up paddleboarding is a new company, and you can go out on a paddleboard and paddle your way around our little coves. Wonderful way to see the marine foreshore.
absolutely, they're really popular with a lot of boaters. That saves you from having to launch a tender or another type of boat, and you just want to get to shore. Or and
Cool.
great exercise too. Absolutely.
Really, I never thought of using it from that regard.
Yeah,
I just thought of
absolutely.
it for exercise. Okay, now we have a large float coming. It's the Victoria Rowing Club.
The Victoria City Rowing Club is,
Wow.
They've got all their oars in the water, which is more than I can say about me.
So there's a group of rowers, rowing in this long flatbed type of towing machine, and they're rowing away as if they're on the water. Beautiful.
I don't think
Doing a
they're
lovely
quite
job.
in sync, though.
No, they
Nicola.
don't seem to be in sync, but they don't seem to mind. They're moving
They're
anyway.
moving forward. That's
They are
exactly
moving
it.
Yeah.
Another brightly covered, looks like one of the refuse type of trucks that you would see at a construction site.
Right.
And lots of blinking lights.
Absolutely.
Reds and oranges and whites, and just again, a very festive looking
Beautiful
looking
truck. Humongous. Oh, and behind it is a very cool harbor ferry is following up with a neat bus. And you must know about the Harbor Ferry, right? The little ferries down in Victoria,
yes,
Michael.
absolutely,
They're
yeah.
just gems. People love jumping on and off them as they get tootled around the harbor. They provide tourist opportunities, and they also provide people a chance to move their way around the harbor, just jumping on and on these little water taxis. Very cute.
All right. Well, we are coming up to 45 minutes into this parade already, and I don't know, it just seemed like that it's just been greeted. The folks are just having a wonderful time. Lots of kids in the audience, which is really neat. Speaking of kids, they want an opportunity to do what?
Yeah, well, we have a chance to get a photo with Santa. Saturday, December 13th from 11 till 2 in the Landmark Building. You can come down with your little one and get a photograph with the big red guy. Wouldn't that be fun? And it's free. So Photos with Santa, Saturday, December 13th from 11 to 2 at the Landmark Building. Wonderful. Bring your kids, bring your pets, bring your families. Get some shots with Santa.
Did you ever get your picture taken with Santa?
Absolutely. Every year. I loved it.
Yeah. I think I was one of those kids that was absolutely terrified. I had to be
Oh, you're kidding. I never understood that.
I wanted to go see him, but as soon as I saw him, it was like terror came across me, you know.
Oh, that's too bad. I was never afraid of Santa, I gotta tell you.
Well, Santa's no doubt warming up somewhere backstage, probably negotiating a cookie rates for 2025. But what does it cost these days to have Santa come? How many cookies and milk does he need to make a visit at your house?
I don't know. A fair amount, I think, yeah. Well, what kind of cookies would you offer out? You got to give him something good.
Yeah.
Maybe a little shortbread.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I'm not sure what we're looking at here. So, folks, we did have a list of all the floats that were coming by, but for some reason they got out of order. So if we're kind of scrambling a little bit to figure what's what,
absolutely,
that's why.
Yeah, and they seem to be missing their banners, which identify who they are.
Right.
So sometimes we're just trying to guess what we're seeing. We now have a big truck for Farmer, which is a construction company in the area, and it's a beauty. It's got
that.
Ho, 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 lit up in red, festooned in blue all over with a lovely green and blue and red Christmas tree, and a Santa, and I think a little snowman, and a few elves or so. And it's a lovely truck going by, just like it almost takes your eyes out. It is so bright.
That is definitely a festive truck. Oh, we even have Rudolph's nose glowing brightly. We're very fortunate that on this night, anyways, there is nary a cloud in the sky. Well,
absolutely.
If it is cloud, it's very high overcast, and we're not having to worry about Rudolph, I think, finding its way down, at least down Main Street here, Nicola.
Absolutely.
We've got more lights than you can shake a Christmas tree at, that's for sure.
Yeah, and we're right beside the Victoria Airport, and I bet you if you were in an airplane, you wouldn't know which part was the airport and which part was Sidney, because we are so bright. Now we're having a fire truck. A crane. Oh, I should say, sorry, I misspoke. It's a crane. Amazing crane. And the back of the crane is lying down on the trail, the flatbed, and it is full with lights, red lights and white lights. It's spectacular.
You do have to give some credit to the imagination, I guess,
sure,
to look at a truck and see what they could do with it.
Yep, and the effort these people who own these businesses and trucks have taken to put all these lights on. This would take hours of time. Now that's a beauty.
There is a horn if I ever heard one. Sounds like a train horn, doesn't it?
It sure does. It is just a little yellow truck with the lights on it, but it's got a great horn. My goodness.
And I'm trying to pick up this.
The Victoria Youth Company, perhaps. I think they're a performing company, Michael.
Victoria Total Comfort. Is that I'm not sure what that is.
Heating and cooling.
Okay.
So
Total
heat pump
Comfort
kind of people.
All
yeah.
right. That was a brave fellow on the float. He was in shorts and a t-shirt. So
Showing
I
how
don't know.
they could heat or cool.
I guess that's what it's all about.
So I
And-
was just can't believe the crowd is still full. We're getting more people as we are sitting here, Michael. They
Yeah.
keep adding to people to the streets. More and more people on these streets. They're just crowds of them, and yet they're all getting great sight lines. They're all getting a chance to see all these wonderful floats. We go about 7 blocks, so there's lots to spread out and lots of opportunities to see all these floats. And another large one's coming by with a Santa. And it is for, it's interesting to kind of see. It's a,
trying to pick up the name on it, but not able to at this
I
point.
think it's the Red Barn Market.
Okay.
That's it. One of our very excellent local market
Yeah.
stores. Phenomenal fresh produce and a bunch of other food items. It's a very good organization, and they've got one now in Sidney near the Canadian Tire. And it's filled with great food. And this is a really nice float showcasing some of the items that they have in the Red Market.
And lots of folks wearing sweaters tonight. You know, if you hear a sweater jingling, it's either a Santa sleigh or someone's dog wearing a sweater that deserves its own float. So you know, it's it is indeed a festive evening.
It's fantastic out there. And they're all so lit up, it's really remarkable. Another, now we have a white pickup truck lit up in white and blue. And I tried to figure out who the owner is of the company.
I can't quite make that out.
I
We'll
think it's
just play.
Philco is the company? Yes, Philco. One of the local companies. I'm not quite
okay.
sure what they're involved in, but it's got a beautiful truck. And it's nice to see them part of the parade.
And we have another interesting float, a flatbed truck with, is that almost looks like a kangaroo in the back. I don't think it is.
I don't.
Reindeer
I think it's
perhaps?
a reindeer standing up
there we
with
go.
Santa.
There we
really odd flotation kind of design, but really quite bright and cheery.
Bill's
Right.
got some more action
Colin's
for
back
us.
here again, Radio Sydney, just in amongst the crowd. We're here with a couple of folks. I'm with Radio Sydney.
Hi.
Well, what do you think of the parade so far?
It's pretty awesome. Feeling extra merry today.
And what are you dressed up as? A cow?
Dressed up as specifically dancer. If you mess that up,
Oh, a dancer. A dancer.
No,
One of those
dancer
reindeer.
behind
Well, yeah, I got it. Yeah, that's great stuff. Well, thanks very much. I'm glad you're enjoying the show.
of course. Have a wonderful night. Enjoy the parade.
Keep on
everybody.
dancing. There's the camera. Wave to the thousands of people that are listening to Radio Sydney. Thank you.
Okay. Well, thanks, Bill. I'm not sure what kind of creature you were talking to, but it was quite the conversation that you're having. And once again, Nicola, we're back into some a vintage car.
Yeah. Would you say that is a Corvette going by us or not?
I was going to say it looked like kind of a Buick.
Oh, okay. It's got those fins in the back.
Big fins, yeah.
Beautiful white
Yep.
and red, old-fashioned, like 1950s or 60s Buick. I think you
Exactly.
could be right.
Looks like, yeah.
Lovely car, festooned again with bright blinking lights.
Yep. I don't know too much about vehicles, but it was nice, bright red. Looked to me like it could have been the ride that Santa would have if he ever got grounded and the reindeer wouldn't work for him. He
It
would be
would be a
driving
lovely
around.
one, yes.
He'd be in that,
would
wouldn't he?
suit Santa absolutely perfectly. Good suggestion.
Of course, you know, an event like this just wouldn't happen without a lot of
Oh.
local support.
Right.
Again, this just comes back to the sense of community, doesn't it?
Yep, and it's organized by the Sydney Celebration Society, and they undertake, I think, 14 events every year. Probably many volunteers involved, and you really got to hand it to people. It's a cool night. They've had to come, all these floats, people on these floats have had to come at 3:30 or so, an hour and a half in advance to get set up so that they're ready to go and to participate in this float, not to mention all the time that they spent festooning their truck or their float or themselves or their dog in order to come out here. So, it really shows a huge amount of community spirit that people are willing to participate as participants in the float and then to be on the sidewalk cheering them on. It's just a wonderful thing to be part of, Michael.
All right. Well, we are now okay. We've got the search and rescue folks. Very, very important organization. Again, talking about what so many people are out on the water during the boating season, and should you run into problems, whether it be a medical emergency or it's a issue with your boat that it's you found yourself floating out there, it's these folks that would come out, and they do it in any sea state. That's the most amazing thing about the work that they do. They train super hard. They all have advanced life-saving skills, and the boats that they're out there to reach a vessel in distress is specially designed to handle all sorts of weather conditions. Work very closely with the search and rescue out of Victoria, just with the Coast Guard. They do a remarkable job. A lot to be very proud
Yes.
of again, community support. These are all volunteers, and just wonderful to see.
Absolutely. And they're followed by the Sidney Fire Department's antique fire truck. And I know she's called Betsy.
Betsy.
Isn't she a beaut?
That is...
Red, cherry red with beautiful lights on her.
I take it back. Maybe this would be the vehicle that Santa would be on if he found himself stranded. That is classic.
Yep.
And we
And
got
it's-
little kids off the side there, off the hook and ladder truck.
Yep.
They're having a blast. What a thrill it would be for them to be riding in a float, looking at all the people.
Right, absolutely. And they're followed by today's version of fire trucks. Much, much bigger, broader, and louder. And they are festooned as well with lights everywhere. They're just massive trucks, brilliant lights, and they've got all their normal lights flashing in addition to Christmas lights. And of course, you can hear the sirens and the whooping going on to let us know that they're coming.
And of course, all the firefighters accompanying their trucks, handing out candies to the kids, and I'm sure there's more than one youngster looking up at that saying, that's what I want to be when I grow up.
And in each of our three municipalities, Central Saanich, North Saanich, and Sidney, we have roughly 35 to 40 volunteers for each fire department, and then they have about 6 staff on-staff fire members. So it's a remarkable testament to the people in the community. As you said, Michael, same with the search and rescue. People volunteer to go out in the middle of the night and fight a fire. It's incredible in the worst weather possible. It's just remarkable that they'll do that at the spur of the moment. They'll jump in and help out when help is needed.
Absolutely. Well, once again, just a reminder that we are coming to you in front of the Scoop and Waffle shop, and again, they have been just tremendous in supporting us with this broadcast this evening, and we really encourage you to come by and try out their numerous flavors. Okay, so here's the question.
You took it right out of my mouth. Go ahead.
What's your favorite ice cream?
Oh, anything heavy-duty chocolate with maybe some nuts and caramel.
I'm a Tiger guy.
What's that?
Believe it or not, it's a Canadian-only flavor.
Get out of here.
It's orange and licorice.
Oh, I love licorice.
And it is one of the first time I saw it, when I saw the name, it was more the name that I think first caught my eye. And
beautiful name for it.
As Amanda, from the proprietor of Scoop and Waffle, told me, it is a Canadian invention.
Well, all right.
There
and
you
how
go.
about, what is your favorite waffle?
You know what? I'm not I
Oh,
shouldn't
don't
say
say
this.
that.
I know.
They're phenomenal. I love waffles and strawberries and cream.
I've always
Oh.
I've always been a pancake guy or French toast.
Okay.
You know, but yeah, I'm gonna have to switch gears and come down here and try one of their waffles, perhaps for brunch.
I think you will. For a lovely brunch, that's a great idea. They have beautiful waffles, classic and then savory as well as sweet, which is really nice to have both kinds. Now we have another truck coming down, number 94, it says. Again, you couldn't believe the amount of lights these trucks have. They're just glow as they go by.
I think this maybe has something to do with electrical, but I could be wrong. Maybe it's an electrical power truck that deals with power lines and that type of thing.
Could well be, and it's being followed up by YYJ, which is our airport. That's the airport code for the Victoria Airport, YYJ. Everybody calls it YYJ.
Yep.
And here comes one of their huge trucks.
These are impressive machines.
Oh, yeah.
I believe these are fairly new trucks that the airport just got not too long ago, and instead of sending out a whole number of crew, these trucks can be operated by one or two people and can deal with just about any kind of an emergency with an aircraft. And,
wow.
They're heavily automated in terms of putting out fires. Of course, dealing with an aircraft incident, you're dealing with all sorts of very nasty substances, and these trucks are built to handle that. And behind that is yet another hook and ladder truck.
Right, with all the firemen on top.
Yeah, look at that.
Look at all, and they're wearing all their gear, waving down to the kiddies. Sidney Fire Tower, it's called, a big fire truck number 1.
And it sounds like it's tuned in for a little bit of Christmas tunes there, which is kind of fun.
Right on. It's a beautiful, proudly serving since 1914.
Wow.
That's a long time for our firefighters to be serving that as an entity. And I think it's not quite as long for North Saanich nor Central Saanich, but for Sidney, a long, long time. Almost 100 plus years. Oh, and the firefighters, they have antlers on their helmets. That's terrific. And they can just squeak under the lights that are strung across the street. They have to duck down to get their antlers under those lights, Michael. That's amazing. They're that high up.
Yeah, that's impressive. I think I would have vertigo at that elevation.
Yeah, but think of the view. It'd be wonderful.
Well, the man of the moment is coming up.
I think we're at near the end here, Michael.
You can hear the anticipation.
Yeah.
You can see the kids getting super excited. Of course,
they're all jumping up and down now. I can't believe it. They're so excited to see Santa coming along.
This is what it's all about, folks.
This is what it's all about, exactly.
Is old Saint Nick coming down and waving at all his fans. I guess maybe even some people a little more enthusiastic with the waves, ensuring that he makes a visit to them.
Yeah.
Maybe after a questionable year.
Yeah, maybe they're asking for help and asking Santa to be forgiving of maybe what they've done this year, but giving them a gift. And the kids are just dancing. And he's got, of course, the reindeer in front of him, all lit up in white. Beautiful, lovely red and white coat, and a gorgeous white bearded Santa. Just wonderful to see Santa arrive in Sidney.
Well, there you go. Santa Claus has made his appearance. Everyone's starting to file onto the street, no doubt to follow him all the way down. And then, of course, he makes his big escape back up to the North Pole to make his final preparations to come and visit everyone here in Sidney on Christmas Day.
Wonderful. Yes, it's just been wonderful. Thank you, Michael. What a treat to get to be sitting here and watching these wonderful floats coming by, so colorful, so brightly lit, and to see such enthusiasm. And now the streets just being overrun with kids and dogs and adults just enjoying themselves in this lovely weather after having such a great sight of all these floats.
Well, that's perfect. What a perfect ending to a great parade. The lights, the weather, the community. Sidney certainly showed up tonight. Nicola, thank you so much for your work tonight. I want to give a shout out to Steve Martin, who helped us with the technical and setting up the stage, and a big thank you to Bill Collins, who is our general manager, and just he is he's Mr.
Sidney.
Santa for Sidney Radio. Let's just put it that way. We wouldn't be anywhere without Bill. So on behalf of all of us, good night and a very Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas all.
Well, that's a wrap. We hope you've enjoyed this presentation. Thanks to Nicola Furlong and Michael Short for their excellent commentary. And we look forward to seeing you again next year at the Sydney Sparkles Parade in Sydney, BC.
We got through it.
We got through it. That was just perfect.
It was good. Well done. Thanks, Mike. That was
Holy
fun.
smoke, that was a lot
You
of
did
fun.
very well.